Today we talk about an American woman named Elizabeth Torres, who despite losing 8 of her relatives in the 9/11 incident, went on a spiritual journey in quest of truth and ended up becoming a Muslim. This story is based on her interview with Tampa Bay Times. Raised a non-Muslim, Elizabeth Torres didn't have much knowledge of Islam before 2001. However, in the condemnable incident of September 9, 2001, she lost 8 of her Puerto Rican family members, who worked in the World Trade Center. Torres, like many other non-believers, didn't get a good first impression of Islam. Nonetheless, after her conversion of Islam, Torres said, "At that moment, I never blamed any religion for what happened to my relatives. Religion doesn't tell you to go destroy anything. These people that did this were manipulated, were confused, were brainwashed." Torres had long searched for spiritual meaning, and the 9/11 incident was not going to halt that. A few years later, after 9/11, while on vacation in Morocco, the truth underlying the Islamic principles dawned upon her, and thereafter she reverted to Islam. Soon afterward, Torres married an Egyptian man and later changed her name to Safiya El-Kasabi. Unfortunately, her family did not support her conversion to Islam and her marriage with a Muslim man. Her oldest daughter, Sylvia, for instance, would not talk to her after her own husband, a Navy pilot, died during the war. On the other hand, her youngest daughter, Natalia, received cruel remarks on social media regarding her mother's conversion. Natalia says that her friends were of the view that her mother is an extremist. She says that she clarified these insensitive comments by denying them and educating them that being a Muslim and an extremist are two completely different things. Anyhow, Sister Safiya remained firm on her faith. Later, she became the business manager of the largest mosque of Tampa, Florida, Masjid Al-Jami. She served at the post for 2 years. During this time, she confronted the Muslim men of the differences between cultural traditions and Quranic teachings. The conflict of opinions eventually led her to leave her post. Reflecting on this, Sister Safiya later remarked, "When you do something you are used to doing every day and you're comfortable with it, people think that, oh, that's religion. No, it isn't. Islam doesn't say go, and abuse your wife." Furthermore, Sister Safiya had begun wearing a hijab right after her conversion. However, due to continuous harassment by strangers, she stopped covering her head after a few years. She says the main thing about Islam is her relationship with God, and if her heart is fine with it, it doesn't matter what other people say. She admits that although her way of leading an Islamic lifestyle is unconventional, she embraces Islam wholeheartedly. She often visits the local Eastern grocery store run by Muslim women who really help her in adjusting to the Islamic way of life. Safiya El-Kasabi's journey to Islam is the living example of no matter how bad and vile human beings try to portray Allah's religion, as in whatever the circumstances, Allah's chosen people find their way to Him, one way or the other. A Quranic verse is particularly relatable in this regard. It says, "They, disbelievers, want to extinguish the light of Allah with their mouths, but Allah will perfect His light, although the disbelievers dislike it." With that being said, the inspirational tale of Sister Safiya El-Kasabi comes to an end.